Hey guys, what is up? This is your girl Keisha, aka Abigail Sterling. I wanted to come on here because I wanted to say something. I was privileged today to tell a room full of 18-year-olds, mainly 18-year-olds, that we were working on 10-year goals. What do you see yourself doing in 10 years? Where do you want to be? So on and so forth. And what I told them was this. Within that 10-year period, first of all, it's going to go by really, really quickly, okay? And in that 10-year span, you're going to feel like giving up. You're going to feel like throwing in the towel. You're going to feel like quitting. This is what they don't teach you for when you're younger, maybe in high school, middle school, whatever school, okay? But there's going to be time in that in-between period while you're working on your goals that you want to give up. And what I told them today is to find your reason why and to continue going, okay? Now, with that being said, we were talking, specifically, like I said, about goals. But if you don't reach your goal, this is something, too, that I said that was very important. If the goal is not met, the goal is not reached, because some people are goal driven, and that is fine. But if the goal is not met, or if it's like unattainable or something of that nature, understand this. We are multifaceted beings. There is no just, okay, you're good only at this, or you're good at only doing that, okay? You can do so many other things, right? And if you watch my last video, I talked about how sometimes when we get to a certain age, and I'm, speaking to the older category now, older age group, sometimes when people get a certain age, they give up. Particularly when you hit like 30s, and when you hitting 40, you be like, oh yeah, it's over with for me now, because we're taught to believe that if we haven't already done the foundational work when we're like 18 or 17 or 19, and you haven't figured your life out in that time span, it is over. And I am here to pretty much debunk that whole myth. Yeah, when time is gone, it's gone. I will be quick to say, time is the most precious gift that you have, because it is non-refundable. You can't get your time back. You can't get your time back that, you wasted at a dead-end job, or just, some people feel like, they've gotten stuck in bad situation, wrong relationships, and just not even just that, just being, I know for myself, I spent 10 years and I still battle every day with depression, right? And I've been very vocal about that, particularly in the ebook. So if you haven't downloaded, definitely download it. And I've been vocal about that on my podcast as well as on my Facebook page, right? Yeah, sometimes we get stuck and we get stagnant. And for 10 years, I was just, now the depression itself can last a long time, right? But I know for myself, I spent 10 years just beating myself up over why I didn't do this, or why didn't I do that? Why didn't I choose to get out of this situation sooner? Because had I been away from that situation sooner, my life would have turned out so much more differently, right? Had I not wasted my time doing this, and had I not wasted my time doing that. So for me, it was kind of like a dog chasing its tail, right? And I had other things that were going on as well, but I'm not going to, get into telling my business or anything like that. But you can get the book for that. That's the I'm Enough book. You can get the book for that. But yeah, so I spent 10 years just beating myself up over woulda, shoulda, coulda, right? So I had the opportunity today to tell the 18-year-olds when you're making your goals and your time, the time that it's going to take to get from here to there, life is going to happen, okay? But just hear my voice in the back of your head when you may be outside of a school setting. You may be in a school setting. You may be in a learning setting. You may be outside of the classroom. It may be in your personal life. It may be in your work life, in your private life. There are moments and there are times that life is going to happen. Those are the conversations that people just kind of dance around, or they don't talk about, because when you're realistic, I'm a Virgo, I can't help it. We realist, okay? We're very practical in nature. But in saying that, because I lost my train of thought, I've been talking all day. But anyway, life is going to happen, and these are some of the conversations that people don't necessarily want to have, because they're like, oh, you're being negative, or you're being pessimistic, or things like that. No, I am being realistic. Within 10 years, life will happen. But what I am going to tell you that I told them, find your reason why to keep going. And life does happen. Life continues to go on, even if you have not achieved your goals, even if you haven't met your educational goals, if you have not met your financial goals. Life continues to go on. The sun rises and sets every single day. So every day that your eyelids separate, you have another opportunity. That don't look at it as a missed opportunity of what you could have did and what you should have did, and things of that nature. Don't look at it like that. We have to have like a whole paradigm shift, and change your perspective of how you look at things. Life can happen, okay? A good life can happen, right? You hear people say, create the reality that you want. And I'm not in the clouds about anything, trust me. I'm the most down to earth and practical, logical person you can find on this side of Alabama. Okay? But create the reality that you want can have a lot of significance. It has a lot of truth to it. Okay, now I'm not going to sit up here and say I'm going to create the reality that I want and say I'm going to be an astronaut and things of that nature. No, I can't be an astronaut, nor can I be one of my goals was to when I was younger, I wanted to, well, not when I was younger, I think when I was probably about 17, 18, I realized that I needed more discipline in my life. So I went to sign up for the military. I took the entrance exam and all of that kind of good jazz. Passed, did so well, I excelled really good on the military exam. And it just so happened to be I was 21 years old, and the war in Afghanistan had just started, right? It had just started, and one of my cousins had got deployed. And, I don't know. My mom and my auntie founded their business to be on a mission. And they both showed up at my house one day. And I was, I had my own apartment and everything, 21, doing my own thing, right? And they showed up, and they're just like, no. We found out, we heard through the grapevine that everybody that's signing up, they sending them, they're deploying them quick, fast, in a hurry. Because for me, I wanted to do two things. I wanted to get more discipline in my life. Number two, and besides the discipline, I also wanted to pay for college. I knew that I did not want a boatload of student loan debts. I knew that I did not want to be bothered with the financial burdens of trying to put myself through school, right? So that is why I wanted to go to the military, okay? So But at any rate, a lot of my folks gonna be like, I didn't know that you wanted to go to the military. I didn't know that you took the test. And yes, honey, yes. I left the little small town here. I talked to a recruiter. We drove to the capital of Alabama, which is Montgomery, Alabama. I think that's like an hour and a half from where I live. We drove there. I went there with I think it was a sergeant at the time. He and I I can't remember his name. But anyway, he was a really, really nice guy. And we talked and everything. And hey, he gave me a ride. We rode in the Hummer down B. And we went to Montgomery, Alabama. And I did so good on the test and everything. And but yeah, that was a goal that I had. Well, it was hold on, my phone doing something weird. But anyway, it was a goal that I ended up developing after things changed for me, right? I had a music scholarship I had a partial music scholarship, lost my scholarship, and because of personal reason. Like I told them students today, life happens. And when life happens, when it throws you lemons, okay, you need to be able to step back, have you a good circle, re-strategize, come up with you a new strategy. But before you get you a new strategy, get you some new goals, because life does not end just because you miss the mark and you don't get it, okay? Time doesn't stop. So we're gonna have to make the necessary adjustments and the necessary changes that needs to be made so we can keep up with the changes at a time. Okay. In the meanwhile, living life, fulfilling our purpose, and not staying in a place of regret, because that's how you get stuck. Okay, I know that I'm rambling on and I went all the way around the world, but I hope that you get the whole point, the whole gist of this and everything. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and jump off of here and close out my day. And I hope that this video finds you well. I hope that this finds you well whenever you're watching this, wherever you're watching this. I hope that this finds you well. And yeah, like I told them, don't give up. Create you some new stuff. Figure out create a new plan and a new strategy, because you can do it. You can do it. We just convinced ourselves that we can't. We can't do it. Cannot do it. You know? So we've told ourselves that so long that we believe it. I know. I fight it every day. So don't think just because somebody's motivating and they do videos and all this kind of stuff, everybody got to get together. We don't. Okay? We don't. We don't. All right. So, but anyway, all right. Bye, guys.